Welcome back to class, everyone. You are very welcome. And I would like us to quickly look at a second example of quadratic equation solved by completing the square method. A second example, and I have a list of examples here for me. A list of examples here. We have uh, examples of quadratic equations. Okay, don't forget we are looking at that. Okay, 6x squared plus 11x minus 35 equals to 0, and then we have 2x squared minus 4x minus 2 equals to 0. We have minus 4x squared minus, a list of examples there. So I will do number 1. Try and do the rest of the quadratic equations. Okay, are we ready for this? Are we ready for this? Are we ready for this? Okay, so let's look at 6x squared plus 11x, and then minus 35 equals to 0. 6x squared plus 11x minus 35. Okay, 6x squared my plus 11x minus 35 equal to 0. Is that what we have? Let me check quickly. Plus 11x minus 35. Very good. I have some sharp brain, that's why I'm training you to have such as well. I'm sure some of you even have more. So you have to awaken it and get to where you are supposed to get to. Okay, the first step again, it says you should make the first term a perfect square. So this is not a perfect square, though x squared is, but 6 is not. So what do? I'll just divide through by 6. I'll be fast with this video because I may like to do a second example. So divide through by 6. We have 6 divided by 6 divided by 6 divided by 6 divided by 6. So we're going to have x squared plus 11x over 6 minus 35 over 6, and then 0 over 6 will give us 0 actually. So when we have written down that, we are going to have the next step. Now you have to confirm whether you can still cut anything here, whether anything is divisible by 6 here, and since we have none, so we have to move to the second equation, the second step, which says we should take the constant term to the right hand side. So constant term, it's time for you to move. Come on, move. Oh no, you can't move it by pushing it. Okay, all you need to do is to take it by yourself. A gentle take. Just x squared plus 11x over 6 equals to 35 over 6. Okay, you know the reason why it is not negative when it gets there. When you are traveling to America from Nigeria, you have to change your clothes. You know that you cannot wear the same light clothes you put on here. You have to put on heavy weight because of the cold over there, especially in winter. All right, now we have x squared plus 11x over 6 equals to 35 over 6. Now what's the next thing to do now? What's the next thing? Is step 3 says square half of the coefficient of x squared. I would like to do that on this side. Square half of the coefficient of x. So this is the coefficient of x. Let's square the half. That means we say 1 over 2 times 11 over 6. That is this half of it. Then we are now asked to square it. Square half of the coefficient of x squared, of x rather. So let's square it. So we're going to have 11 over 12 all squared. 11 over 12 all squared. So this is what we are going to add to this, to the left side and the right side. This particular fraction we have here is what we add to this side and then this side now. So I hope I can get all these on my little brain. Okay, x squared 11x 35, x squared 11x 35, x squared 11x 35. Okay. Let's clear the board. Okay, x squared plus 11x over 6, then plus, now we are adding what now? We are adding the yes, we are adding our 11 over 12 to both sides. 11 over 12 to both sides, and we have to square it as well, which is equal to 35 also plus 11 over 12 all squared. Yeah, so that is what the next step tells us to do, and we have done that. Now what's the next step? That is step 4, right? It says we are to what? We are to simplify the right hand side. We are to simplify the right hand side. Now, instead of doing it one by one, let's add steps 5 to each by factorizing the left hand side also. So when we factorize the left hand side, this place, we factorize it before we now simplify the right hand side together with it, so that we go hand in hand because of our board. Moving up and down may be too much for us. So let's factorize the left hand side first. We have x plus we have 11 over 12, then all squared is equal to, now let's simplify this place. Now we have 35 over 1 plus 11 squared will give us 121 over 144, which is 12 squared. So getting the LCM, which is 144 times 35. I think I'll need calculator for that. 144 times 35. Okay, 144 times 35. 50-40. That's a good ratio. 50-40. So we have 5040. Okay, plus 144 in 144, we have plus 121. So 50-40 plus 121, that should give us 5161. 5161 all over 1. Okay, 6 1. Okay, 5161 over 144. Don't forget that. So 5161 over 144. Okay. Let's check whether this can easily cut each other. So 5161 divided by 144. If that is not the case, we can do something with that. Okay, 5161 divided by 144. Oh, that's a decimal, so it can be easily divided. So we can move on. Okay, then so we have this term here and this term on the left hand side. So x plus 11 squared is equal to 5161 over 144. Sorry about my voice, it's cracking now. X plus 11 all squared. Let's clear the board. X plus 11 over 12 squared. I'm trying to recollect that. Equals to 5161 over 144. So the next step says we should what? I want someone to tell me that, but I can't hear your voice. I'm sorry. Can't hear your voice. Okay, can you speak louder? Okay, we can have square root of both sides. So we square root this and plus or minus here, and then we square root this. Are we there? So when we have that, we have this square root cancelling this square. So we have x plus 11 over 12. X plus 11 over 12 equal to, now let's check if there is a square root for 5,161. Is there a square root for that? Square root of 5161. Oh, that's a decimal. Okay, let's move back. Okay, let's write it straight away. Square root of 5161. Square root of 5161. 71.84. We can leave that 2 in 2 decimal place. 71.84. Okay, let's leave it in 3 significant figures. 71.8. 71.8. 71.8. So what we are having now is plus or minus 71.8 over 144 will give us 12. The square root of 144 is definitely 12. So we can have now simplify to get the value of it, which is the last step. Simplify now to get the value of x. So we have x is equal to minus 11 over 12, because when plus 11 move to this side, we have the inverse or the additive inverse of that. So minus 11 over 12 plus or minus 71.8 over 12 over 2. I think we are moving somewhere. So we have our LCM quickly. LCM. So minus 11 over 12 plus or minus 71.8 over 12. Maybe I should leave this for you from here. Let's start with the addition. Okay, let me do it for you. So we have x equal to, I would like to use a different pen because of the space there. Okay, x equals to the LCM. When we use the plus, we have over 12. Now what is minus 11 plus 71.8? Just subtract 11 from 71. That will give us 60, I guess. That will give us minus 60. That will give us 60.8, not minus 60.8 over 12. That is when we do the addition first. So we have 60.8 divided by 12 will give us what? 60.8 divided by 12. Okay, let's get our calculator. 60.8 divided by 12. 60.8 divided by 12. That'll be 5.07. When you approximate that, 5.07. I hope I'm not making mistake along the line. 5.07. Okay, that is the first value. Then let's go for the second value of x. Another color, please. So we're going to have x is also equal to now we're using the minus. Now the minus, we have used the plus for the first one. The first one was in red, so the color we use is plus. The sign we use was plus. So we have the next one now, which is the second value of x. So we have minus 11 minus 71.8, which means you have to add both together. So 71 plus 11 will give us what? That is 82. That is minus 82 over 12. So x will be equal to what? What is minus 82 over 12? Let's use our wonderful calculator. Minus 82 over 12. 82 divided by 12. Sorry. 8 and 2 divided by 12. 6.83. 6.83. So we're going to have minus 6.83. Minus 6.83. 6.83. Sorry about my board there. Minus 6.83. Let me clean that. Minus 6.83. Okay, minus 6.83. So that's our final answer. So the first value of x that we had was 5.07. The second one is definitely minus 6.83. So get and take care of that, and check the video very well, and make sure you are able to solve it on your own too. So that is the second example. So let me see if I can give a third example. I'd like to start with a negative value now. We have minus 4x squared here. We have minus 4x squared minus 7x plus 2, which is number 3 here. This number 3, minus 4x squared minus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. Minus 4x squared minus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. Minus 4x squared minus 4x squared minus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. It's still much the same method. We have minus 4x squared minus 7x plus 12 equals to 0. You will notice that minus 4x squared is not perfect because of only one thing, that is minus. So all you need to do is to divide through by that minus sign. So I'm not using, okay, we have minus 4x squared minus 7x plus 12 equals to 0. So because minus is our problem here, we divide through by minus 1, and then minus 1, and then minus 1. So minus definitely cancels minus here. So we have 4x squared, then minus 7x over minus 1 will give us plus, because minus divided by minus, plus 7x, then minus 12 equals to 0. Don't mind my 0 there. Let me clean a little. Okay. So don't forget that I didn't divide through by minus 4 because 4 definitely is a perfect square. This 4 is a perfect square. So I'm only dividing by minus 1. So assuming 4 is not a perfect square, I will divide by minus whatever I have there that is not a perfect square. So don't get it twisted. Okay. Now we have this. Now the second rule says we have to take the constant term to the right hand side. So we have 4x squared plus 7x equals to 12. So the third rule says we are to find the square of the half of the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x here is 7. So we square the half. So we have half times 7 all squared. So that will give us 7 over 2 all squared. 7 over 2 all squared. So from here we can add 7 over 2 squared to both sides. 7 over 2 squared to both sides. So we are going to have 4x squared plus 7x we are going to have 4x squared plus 7x, then plus 7 over 2 plus 7 over 2 all squared equal to 12 plus 7 over 2 all squared. So I said, as in the last example, we can do these two at the same time. We can have the factorization of this side, which will give us, let's factorize 4x squared. That will give us 2x. 4 will give us 2 when you find the square root, and then x squared will give us x. Then the sign we use is the sign of the middle term, which is plus, and then we have square root of 7 over 2 square, which is 7 over 2. Then you square everything, so we now have equal to 12 plus 7 squared is 49. Hope you know that, over 2 squared, which is 4. Then we simplify further by saying the LCM is 4. Let me clear this quickly. You can write it easily here. Okay, 7 squared is 4. Now 4 times 12, this over 1, right? So 1 in 4 will give us 4. 4 times 12 is 48. 48 plus 49. 48 plus 49. So that will give us 2x plus 7 over 2 all squared equal to 48 plus 49 will give us 8 plus 9 is 17. Or I mean that 1, then we have 97 over 4. 97 over 4. So in the next page, I'm going to have 2x plus 7 over 2 squared. Take note of that. 2x plus 7 over 2 squared, all squared, is equal to 97 over 4. 2x plus 7 over 2 squared. 2x plus 7 over 2 all squared. Sorry about that. All squared equals to 97 over 4. So you can find the square root of both sides. Square root. Sorry about this disturbance. Then we have square root. Then plus or minus, don't forget that. So when you have done that, square will cancel square root. Square will definitely cancel square root here. So we have x plus 7 over 2 equals to plus or minus square root of, okay, if you find the square root of 97, what do we have? Let's go to our calculator and get that quickly. The square root of 97 will give us what? Sorry, I'm getting it mixed up. Square root of 97. Square root of 97 will give me 9.885. 9.85. Okay. So we have 9.85 plus or minus that over the square root of 4 will give us 2. So we're getting somewhere. So we now simplify, which is our last step. Simplify to find the value of x. So the values of x as minus 7 over 2 plus or minus 9.85 over 2. 9.85 over 2. So we can have the positive value of x first. The positive value will be x equals to, so we are starting with the positive value here, which is, let's use blue for that, positive value. So we have minus 7 plus 9.85, that will be minus 16.85 over 2. Minus 16.85 over 2. So minus 16.85 over 2. Can we see what that gives us on calculator? 16.85 over 2. 16.85 divided by 2, 8.43. When we approximate 8.43, so we have it to be minus 8.43 minus 8.43. That's the first value of our x. Now let's see how we can get the second value using black pen. Now second value, which is when your x is a negative value, when you have the negative value at the middle. So we have, that's how we divide our boards in the class. Okay, so we have minus 7 minus, there is a big mistake here. I used negative for the first one. Okay, let's go back and correct that quickly. This is wrong. Minus 7 plus 9 will give us minus 2. Don't forget, that will be, plus 2. We have 2.85 all over 2. 2.85 over 2, then, sorry about that error. So we have that to be equal to 2.85 now divided to, we have 1.4, 2 in 5 will give us 2, so instead that, sorry about that. Okay, 1.43, that's telling me to stop all this. So let's just finish this up. 1.43. So when you have 1.43, how do you go about that? Okay, sorry, we have something to deal with now. The second one, which is when it is minus. So we have minus x is equal to minus 16.85 over 2, and I think that will give us s is equal to minus 8.43 minus 8.43. I think we got that on the calculator the other time. Minus 8.43. Okay, all right. Now these are the two solutions. The first x is 1.43 when it is positive, and the second one is minus 16.85. Minus 8.43 when it is a negative approach to getting our final answer. So these are the three examples I have given you for completing the square method, and I want to believe that it is well understood. So for your practice, I would like you to look at the following questions. The ones we have not done here, we have done number 1 and we have done number 3. So I would like you to go through the others, attempt them, and let me see your feedback. My own students, you have to make sure you submit this to me. Other students who are not from my school can as well do it and show their teachers, and or give me their feedback on YouTube. And if there's any problem, let me know, and that should be no problem at all. So in the next video lesson, we are going to be having the quadratic formula. So there is a quadratic formula which we call the almighty formula. Yeah, and that is what we use also in solving quadratic equations, which cannot be easily factorized apart from the completing the square method. So you see that in the next video lesson. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you. This is Olalekan Showme. Thank you.